Haile Selassie, what you may not know it, was the world's most decorated human being. No one had as many orders and medals and decorations as His Majesty did. And that's for a good reason. He was a very brave and courageous state leader that was in power for a long period of time. And he traveled the world unlike any Ethiopian leader before or since, carrying the truth of Ethiopia to the world and gaining respect for Ethiopia from around the world. And they showed their respect for Ethiopia by giving some of these awards to Emperor Haile Selassie. There are basically two areas that we'll talk about tonight briefly. One of them is orders. The orders were primarily for diplomats, for heads of state to give other heads of state. Orders are something that are higher than medals. Medals are frequently awarded for bravery. Orders started in Europe. It's a European system of award and reward, and it's called orders of chivalry. Chivalry is really bravery in a national sense, and doing the right thing for the crown or for the king or for the country. It's a little different than bravery on a battlefield. And some rare people earn both medals and orders. You used to see Haile Selassie wearing the big dark green sash across his chest. Well, that was for his highest and oldest order, which is the Order of King Solomon's Seal. And these are examples of King Solomon's Seal. This is the breast star such as His Majesty wore himself and awarded to other heads of state. And this is the commander's badge with the old, I call it puffed up, three-dimensional crown on the top. And the commander's badge is about 50% larger than the knight's badge of the same thing. Most orders come in 5 different grades, and when you were awarded one typically, you got the bottom grade, you got 5th. And if you got a second award, sometimes it was a 4th or a 3rd class. Most of these, there weren't very many 3rd class awards, so they're 4th or 5th or 2nd and 1st. But these were made initially in Europe, and then Haile Selassie's personal jeweler named Savagian was hired to make some of the same orders and medals that had initially been made in Europe. One nice thing about the Order of King Solomon's Seal is its unique design. It is a Star of David with a Templar cross on it representing the Knights Templar, for about lack of a better term, invaded Ethiopia in seeking the Ark of the Covenant around the year 1200. And this isn't honoring them, it's just recognizing them. And then it's got the Christian cross on top of the Knights Templar cross on top of the Star of David. And you'll notice that almost all medals and orders will almost always be topped by a crown. That's to show you who's boss, but every crown is topped by a cross. So whether you're Christian or not, you know your king is, your leader is, and I think that's important. So even though it's a Star of David, some might think it's Jewish in origin, it's really international in origin, and it represents a lot of what Haile Selassie stood for. The people talk about the Star of David and being Jewish. Well, it's really 2 Trinity symbols. One right side up and one right side down. So they're both together make one.